to what extent is tradition supposed to hold your life? I mean, that's a question to even ask ourselves. Like,
definitely.
Yeah, following the story of the lady that was assaulted.
Oh my goodness.
If you saw that, sidhani ungemaliza, because I felt like
I was so mad.
Huyo mzee wote anamwekelea tu. And I feel like, to what extent is culture supposed to even determine what the kind of person you're supposed to be? Maybe leo, kesho, and kesho kutwa. I mean, this lady did nothing wrong. She only did not want to like throw mchanga because she wanted to also have another life. Plus, she was young. You can't just fungia mtu. Maybe she was. I'm not sure about the age that she was, but she was young. So where's I'm there to this person at hutaielewa. What is she supposed to do? And you know she doesn't want to go the wrong way. Atiende huko kwa kijiji yake kuzurura. She wants to take the right way, and she was. And plus, there's a better way to deal with something like this. Hello everybody, welcome to yet another episode of the UnMuted podcast. My name is Nasi Nyamu, and of course, I'm joined by my amazing, beautiful, good-looking, my amazing co-host, Marsha. Hi, how has your week been?
My week was great. I don't know how yours was. How was yours?
I can't say so much about my week, but I'd rather say it has been devastating because of what we're supposed to talk about today. Yeah, but other than that, I'm glad I'm healthy. I'm glad I'm okay. I'm glad I'm smiling today. So we thank God.
Yeah, and we're sorry guys, Rooney could not join us today because of some big secrets.
Yeah.
Rooney, if you're watching this, tunakuona. We are waiting for that big
where
secret.
you are. You will tell us.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy to be here. Also, guys, thank you for the feedback. We love you. We are seeing your views. We're seeing your comments. We're seeing everything you guys are doing for us out there on the social media. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and follow us on our TikTok page. And yes, let's get to interact more.
Yeah, we love you so much. So msisahau subscribe, share with your friends. Yeah, comment there. Tell us what you want to hear. You know,
Also,
like
what wambie venye leo tumematch. You see? Are you seeing the black?
And let me tell you guys, it was not intentional. Trust me, it wasn't intentional. We just came and we were like, you're having a yellow top.
And
I'm having a yellow.
Oh my God. We were meant to be. We were just meant to be.
Guys, thank you so much. And I want to start off with a very sad thing that actually happened. I just want to pose a question to all of us. Imagine selling a piece of land, you know, taking a loan, a huge amount of loan in the name of, you know, finding yourself a job opportunity in a foreign land, you know. And this is so sad, following the story that has been trending throughout the week about the scamming that is going on in Kenya on, you know, agencies who are promising you jobs, who are promising you scholarships, who are promising you sorts of things, and then they end up leaving you stranded in foreign countries, leaving you stranded, you know. And this is actually a matter that needs to be solved because even when we look back, there was the issue in Eldoret about students who are supposed to get scholarships to go and study abroad, but apparently it did not work because you had that story, Cindy.
Yeah, I did actually hear
it. You know, and it's so sad that people work hard to get the money that they have, and it's very unfortunate that you just find people who are ready, who like wanamka asubuhi, kazi yao ni kukuibia, kazi yao ni kuchukua hiyo sweat yako, and it's unfortunate. And today we want to look at the ways and probably the things that we're supposed to be looking at when you're looking for an agency for traveling, when you're looking for, you know, how to know how it's legit. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. And I actually think this has been brought about by the trending story right now on, I think, most social media platforms of Rish Kamunge. Rish Kamunge, if you guys, viewers don't know, is TikTok. I don't want to say she's TikTok famous. She's not, but she's a sort of TikTok influencer who markets her business on TikTok. Yeah. She goes around promising people jobs abroad, saying how fast she can get your passport, how fast she can get your visa, how fast she can get you a job abroad. So people have to pay large amounts of money for her to arrange, you know, ways for them to get there. And then previously people would go and get stranded over there. They get there, there's no jobs. You're just there in a foreign country. You don't have a job. Or like in the case going on right now, people paid money and there are no jobs availed. So they're stranded. People are going to court. And the latest story I saw about this thing is when Rish she was in custody of the police. And allegedly she was freed on bail of like 5 million shillings. And the money that she conned the people who are very angry, by the way, and I am angry with you too, she conned people over like 12 million. So that's a lot of money. And for you to get a bail of 5 million, you have to give those people their money back. So like the angry mob, they went to Milimani courts and they were there, they were demanding for their rights and their money back.
This is actually the case of 43 Kenyans who were promised the jobs and were taken to Mauritius only to find that they're supposed to be stranded and sit there with nothing, with, you know, absolute ignorance. Like hakuna mtu mwenye sasa alikuwa anajua they were going to just be stranded in Mauritius, and then they had to be deported back to Kenya because of they just found out like it was a lie. It was a lie. You know what? I just got scammed. So it's very sad that amepatiwa 5 million bail. I feel like the first punishment was supposed to be rudisha hawa watu pesa, probably even double, because of causing them even the panic, the anger, the nini, like kuwatuliza. I feel like when you watu wamelipa from 200 to 400,000, that's a lot of money. People, you know, watu waliekelea to that agency full of hope, you know, of new beginnings. And you know, most of us, like most people, when you get a chance to, like, I know the people like the viewers will agree. Once you get like an opportunity to do something, you do it at your best, and you're usually ready to sacrifice everything to just be there for it. And you know, like for that chance. So it's very sad that he amepatiwa 5 million and she scammed these people like 12 million. Mse alinunua, alitumia hata labda school fees, angeenda maybe somewhere. And this is like even a call to like for Kenyans to even think about the things we are also doing. Like 400,000 is a lot of money to just go and give an agency to give you a job. I feel like when you decide to like employ yourself, 400,000 is a lot of money. People are self-employed, especially in the industry of beauty, in the industry of catering. People, when you decide to like make that decision instead of because sijui mbona watu wanapenda kuandikwa sana.
But you know, it's like, you see, for people, most of the people who go and do jobs abroad, you have to agree that the paying rate abroad and the paying rate in Kenya it's different, because people who are working abroad, they're getting paid more money than people are being paid in Kenya. And also, like, most of the people who trust these agencies are the people who like go and work in Qatar, Canada, like, you know, like, let me base my argument on like most of the people who go to work in Gulf. And these people, if you look at them, most of them are people who have struggled. They're people who are not well off. So these are people who have taken loans, you know, because they know like they cannot afford this. So they're taking a loan to go pay so that they can go work and then pay the loan and then now get the money for themselves. You see? So I just think this Rish Kamunga, because I wish you'd look at her TikTok when you get time, because she's just always flashing her wigs, luxury. One time she was in a limousine. You see? She's using these people's money because these people are so vulnerable. So she's using these people's money and the fact that they are so vulnerable to like, you know, to her advantage. And it brings me to the question of, I think, like, don't get me wrong, I am a girl's girl. I am all for the women and all for women empowerment. But you see, when people say fear women, now this is one of the women who is like, you know, making that statement be actually realistic. And as women, that's not what we should be, you know, we should be going for, because like we are supposed to be like motherly, you know, we're supposed to have that motherly touch.
We're actually known for empathy, we're known for sympathy, we're known to, you know, accommodate like people. So I feel like this is something that's very much unacceptable. If it's actually it's a lady who is doing this, who's supposed to,
very sad.
Like it's not right. And of course, as much as we are still saying that you're not supposed to like unajua hata kama majua nalipana, I feel like, you know, when this deal is presented to people, you're being presented with something because there is hope there. So you're not, that's not even vulnerability, because your pesa ulipata, you had access to get that money. I feel like when you make that decision to actually make a new beginning, it should not because you've been prompted by somebody, or maybe somebody has made a promise to you. It should be something that you're willing to do, sacrifice, and don't have the idea. Sana in Kenya, of course, yeah, I would understand them a little bit and say, unapelekea tu aje mtu pesa, hujafanya research, huja dig in, like to know what this agency is all about. I mean, maybe they protected the areas you're supposed to like question vizuri, but still, there are ways to know if this thing is legit or not. Plus, that kind of amount of money, you're not supposed to joke with. You get?
Yeah.
Hata heri ungesema ulienda forex.
But you know,
ika nini?
Like this type of people, the lot of rich kamunge, they normally make it seem so realistic. These are people who go to the extent of showing you proof of people who they have taken there and they are working, showing you that, asking for all the required papers, taking you through all the required procedures, you see? And that takes me to the knee of like people who scam people in Kenya. I once had a friend who got scammed in the essence of, she was looking for a job. She got an email from this company with the company name. Okay? With the company name and everything that suggested this job was going to be, until it got to the part. They asked for no money until the point in Ilifika, now you have already gotten the job and we would like you to get your uniform. So that's the only thing you're going to pay for in this whole thing. You're going to just go to a tailor, get yourself measured, and then send us the money. We'll make for you the uniforms, and then you will report for the job. Only for her to travel from one place to another and go find that it's a scam. So I'm telling you, like, for these people to be scammed, they had to be shown that this thing is actually legit.
Yeah.
So I just think, like, I support you when you say, like, pesa kama hiyo si pesa ya kuchezea. So when you get something like that, I prefer just going the long run. Get your, because Rish, she asks you for money for the passport, for the visa, for like, I don't know, everything. So I think, like, if you're getting this job, go get yourself the passport, apply for the visa yourself.
Yeah, there are even known organizations that actually cater for this specific thing. And as much as major pia wanaonanga kama that they are presented with cheap options because maybe the relevant people are offering expensive services. I'm telling you, cheap is expensive. You might think you're trying the shortcut, and somebody very wise told me shortcuts are the long cuts, are the actual long cuts. So once you believe in yourself and try to, like, you know what, I can. And plus, there are things that seem to be too good to be true. Like, how can just somebody akuje akukatie bei ya visa, akukatie bei ya passport, and then they're offering you again the job? Plus, we're in Kenya, guys. We're in Kenya. The Kenya that is in today.
You have
like, we are in Kenya, my friend. So even your best friend might be the person who is selling you out. Even your auntie, your relative, the person you trust the most is probably then the person who's selling you out. So we're in Kenya. Learn kukua rada. Yeah. So don't just, enter these deals because maybe they're cheap, or maybe they're offering some shortcuts, or maybe they know a way to get to where you want to be. And plus, wanatumianga hizi vitu za opportunities, quote unquote, to get you and maybe lie to you and manipulate you into believing that they're going to offer you the best
job.
Yeah, the best jobs, maybe scholarships and stuff. This issue is supposed to be like inafaa kumalizwa in Kenya. And watu wakwe humanity. Watu wakwe humanity.
Definitely.
Yeah, how can you
Kenyans
just take somebody else's money and go to
of your sanity.
Dubai with it? Yeah. And let's choose to just be humane and careful, like just be empathetic. The same way you want to work hard for your money, the same way your friend is also working hard for your money. Wengine hata ni wazazi walisema walikopa pesa wakalipa fees, maybe ndo waone maybe some future in the job. And yeah, like, let's just be sympathetic and empathetic and have that, wear that humanity everywhere. Yeah. And I also want to talk about something that sijui mbona leo tuko na stories sad hivyo, but something that got my week nilikuwa tunasikia tu kukuja for the show because I felt
know,
like
right?
talking about this issue at that specific moment. To what extent is tradition supposed to hold your life? I mean, that's a question to even ask ourselves. Like,
definitely.
Yeah, following the story of the lady that was assaulted.
Oh my goodness.
If you saw that, sidhani ungemaliza because I felt
Sidhani.
like
I was so mad.
huyo mzee wote anamwekelea tu. And I feel like, to what extent is culture supposed to even determine what the kind of person you're supposed to be? Maybe leo, kesho, and kesho kutwa. I mean, this lady did nothing wrong. She only did not want to like throw mchanga because she wanted to also have another life. Plus, she was young. You can't just fungia mtu. Maybe she was. I'm not sure about the age that she was, but she was young. So huwezi ambia to this person ati sasa hutaielewa. What is she supposed to do? And you know she doesn't want to go the wrong way. Ati aende huko kwa kijiji yake zurura. She wants to take the right way. And she was. And plus, there's a better way to deal with something like this. So she was alikuwa anachapwa because apparently alikataa kurusha mchanga kwa the husband's grave to signify that she did not want
she'll
to
be tied down forever to the man who is dead. And
this is the Kisii culture. So I wanted to say something about my culture, not to Nini, but I'm a Kikuyu, and of course in Kikuyu it's not haiko complicated, but as long as your husband brought mahari kwako kwa the parents, that's when you're tied to them for life. But kama hakupeleka mahari, you can be able to marry. Or maybe kama alipeleka mahari, yes, you can marry, but ule mtu hata peleka mahari tena because mahari inachukuliangwa only one time. What happens in Giriama?
Well, guys, Giriamas, we are not that complicated. For anyone who knows, we are not that complicated. And speaking from actually seeing it happen, I've seen in situations where one of my uncles had, like, you know, the wife. No, one of my uncles died, and the wife was, you know, left behind. And like, no one was coming to the wife about, oh, you're remarrying, oh, you're. It was like the wife's decision. If she wants to get married again, it's okay. If she doesn't, then it's okay. Because I feel like the world is evolving, and no disrespect to the culture. I do respect cultures out there because we have things in my culture which I do believe in too, and I do like follow to the latter. But also, we have to know that the world is evolving. The times right now are changing so much. So if we continue tying people down and, you know, forcing people to do certain things because we believe they should be done in a certain way, then that's just wrong. Because I don't see the point of this lady being caned, like whipped, you know, over and over again. And then you find people in the comment section, women to be precise, saying, oh, that's what's supposed to be happening. Like, these are women supporting, you know, that's what's supposed to be happening. Arushe tu mchanga, hiyo story ishe. And it's like, if it's not that deep for you, it's probably that deep for her because she's young. She has every right to, like, you know, choose what she wants with her life. And for crying out loud, the husband is gone. Okay, so there's no way, if the husband is gone, we just want this wife to sit there and mope for the rest of her life. Ati bwana yake amekufa. No, akona every right ya kusema, you know what? My husband is gone. I want to take this time, you know, even if it's like 2 years, 3 years, I want to take this time to mourn my husband until I feel like mimi mwenyewe I am ready to like move on and get married. So you want her to stay like that, a struggle peke yake. Probably the husband was the breadwinner, a struggle peke yake and all that. It's not fair. And I feel like people, watu wenye hawakutaki mazuri in your family or in your society, wanangoja moments like those to use, like, you know, traditions and nini to like belittle you and to like make you look bad. Si wangekuwa na kikao later on, what was the weeping about?
Mbele kwanza ya
Drama
watu,
for no
like,
reason.
harassing her
Men,
in front of people.
grown men.
I feel like these people should be educated. Whatever, like, how do you hit a lady to that extent ati kwa sababu hajarusha? Na hata wewe si wao, wewe si didi, you're just there.
And the fact is, there were Kisii people in the comment section who were like saying that is totally wrong. Kwani how hawajui culture? How hawajui culture? You mean to say wenye mlikuwa hapo mnamchapa na the few women who I looked at their accounts and most of them, you are not even supposed to be talking.
Exactly. So it's very wrong. Like, it's very wrong for a lady to be punished for just like making a decision of her own, because this is actually a personal decision. It's not supposed to be a community decision ati mpaka nichapwe mbele ya watu ndio niamue sijui I want to get married or I don't want to get married. Plus that huyo ni bwana yake, my goodness.
Ana kwanza akona uchungu ya bwana yake amekufa, alafu mnamchapa, alafu
mko hapo mnamharass, mnamfanyia hizo vitu zote, hata hamumwaleo
and people are recording. That's a woman,
no, the people who recorded actually did it good.
Yeah, I know, but you see, they did a good thing on recording, but also on another, like, she is a woman, so you show guys, don't come for me in the comment section because nimeshema.
Usketa nilijaribu kuavoid and now I went to
actually me
I was like me hata ningekuwa
ningekuwa comment section. I know, like, my brother would have said that for comment section. Oh, by the way, my brother, shout out, he's always the first person to comment and to
shout out.
I love you, my brother. Suleiman.
Yeah, and we'll be shouting out people who will be like number one comments, you know, the first people to comment. Sana who comments. So that you show us you watched it. Yeah, tell us how you feel about it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.
Follow our TikTok also. We want to get to 1,000 followers so that we can be going live.
Yeah, exactly.
While we're prepping for the
na bado tumekasirika, guys. We're not happy. Tumekasirika as much as we're smiling. I feel like, yeah, tumejam. Like, what do you mean?
Because I was talking to my Kisii friend about it. Na alikuwa like, I feel like wali exaggerate because okay, as much as wanasema ni culture, kuna a better approach.
Yes.
Yeah, this is someone who is grieving, ungemuita kando.
Definitely.
Like, we just want you to nini, alafu tutaongea mambo nini, baadaye. Just for the sake of everyone who is here for the burial, tupa tu mchanga, tutaongea hii mambo nini, baadaye.
Plus, wase wanakanga chini wana discuss. I feel like sahi, at this point in life, hata kama our country is not all that, but us as a people, we're supposed to like, kuna kiwango tumefika sisi, we're educated, we are nini. Definitely. But sometimes, unajua kuna watu tu ni ngumu kuwa explainia. Like, you can explain.
Oh my goodness.
Ukasirike ni mabare tu sasa.
Ukasirike. Yani, like,
it's just, So I feel like culture should not bound us to make, or maybe make decisions for us. Hiyo time imeisha.
Imepita.
We're supposed to,
plus
time ya kina Gikuyu na Mumbi, those times. Sahi, we're taking culture and technology, or maybe now, and gauging what culture is good for me, I'm taking it. Whatever now is good for me, I'm taking it. And that's how I'm living. We're taking the values, we're taking the prices, we're weighing, we're like sisi wenyewe ndo tunafanya the decisions for ourselves. And I feel like most cultures, even the Maasai culture is becoming more evolved.
Yeah, because
the
right
thing
now
with early marriages
FGM.
FGM is under control. We can say that. The issue with early marriages is also under control. As much as maybe
girls going to school.
Yes, girls are going to school. Girls actually wanamaliza class 8, wanamaliza form 4, wanafika university, wanapata jobs, and then they can decide to get husbands. Yeah. So I feel like kama, you know, the Maasai culture ndio ilikuwa inanikalia the hardest culture to even like navigate around. But apparently it has shown us like
if we can change, so can everyone else.
Exactly.
Na tuache kuwekelea culture vitu zingine, right?
Yeah. Maybe sasa sababu ulikuwa unataka like just wacha tu focus na
kila mtu afanye kitu inambamba. The way
exactly
the unmuted cast, that's what we always say, kila mtu afanye kitu
inambamba, because you never know like hizo vitu unafanyia watu. How do you just beat that wewe ukikufa you want your lady achapo hivyo
on your burial?
God forbid atukuombe hivyo.
We love our viewers very much.
So but it's like mimi sifurahi to see like msea anaweza pata hiyo nguvu ya kupiga somebody in front of people. And then another story, a lady was raped by 3 guys. Apparently, okay, it was I feel like it's a story that was happening. A Somali lady was supposed to have aliitisha divorce for the husband.
Oh, the story where the husband had another wife and this girl found out and then wanted a divorce.
And when the man, like the husband alimpea divorce, it was like hakumpea divorce like vizuri. Because he wasn't also contented with that divorce. So he sent men to deal with her.
You see, like in the Muslim culture, and I'll be corrected in the comment section if you know, drifting a bit, but in the Muslim culture, if you get, you know, the like Muslim wedding, it's called the nikah. If you get the nikah, you have to say I do 3 times. Like I do. And when you're giving someone like the divorce, you have to divorce them 3 times because you said I did. You do 3 times, right? So the guy alikata kumpatia all the, you know, the required divorce nini for her to, like, you know, go off. And kenye tu inanikasirisha kwa hii situation yote ni how bitter this man was to send people to rape, beat, record send to him, telling him we have finished, we have done the job ulitutuma. And then surprisingly, when the lady went on live on TikTok to talk about the story, no one was believing her.
It was as if she was talking about something that never existed
until the video came out. And I think we were with you when we were listening to Shana Mendoza talking about it, and she was so angry, and I support her because she should be angry.
It's like, what do you mean? Plus, when it takes a lot of courage for you to just go on live and talk about all that. Raped. Being raped is not something you joke about as a woman.
You don't. No woman would be happy coming to lie at I was raped.
Plus maybe she just said that because alikuwa anataka something to be done for her. But apparently no one believed her, and it is very sad. Sasa venye video ilitokea, now we're like, sijui, we're sorry. Oh, no. Please, you're supposed to, like, when somebody comes out for help, be there to help them. You know, be there to help. The way tumeona the lady amepigwa and stuff, now we're out there to, like, you know, support her. And
definitely, because it's a sad thing, because like all she wanted was, because first of all, the man, you lied to this lady that you are not married, you are single, you want to marry her, then married her, okay, then she found out on her own that you're married to someone else. It's her right to demand for that divorce. I would too, wouldn't you?
I would, like, I would demand for me. Kwanza mimi, I don't support ati co-wifing. Never.
If she's not, you see, like, I know the Islam culture accepts, like, you know, marrying more than one wife. You have, like, you can marry up to 4 wives.
Plus, you would have given her the chance to even decide for her if she wanted to co-wife, if she wanted to be a part of your life, if you had another wife.
I know, like, right? Mwambie to, like, just be like, nimeoa, unaweza kwa bibi yangu ya pili.
Maybe anakupenda to that much.
But this is lying. I understand the girl. She feels so bad. She was lied to. She was deceived into a marriage.
Plus, maybe that was not even her idea of marriage. Right? She wanted to be the only man. She wanted to be, like, the only woman. Sorry. So, honesty, guys.
Honesty and also accountability. You wronged this lady. You lied to this lady. She demanded for her divorce. So you just going to send people to, like, beat her and send you proof of what they are doing. First of all, that shows of how insecure you are as a man. That shows how, you know, like, you just wait to I'm even so angry about it.
Like, even the idea of talking about it feels like you like, just want to, like,
these are those type of men
tungekuwa ni sisi wale wa kwendanga gym manze, wale wa kina nani WWE. We should definitely. Julia, sasa tumematch, we're supposed to match the
only tumesema definitely. What is wrong with me today? Okay guys, before nikuje set Obed amenipatia juice. Sasa naona ndo kwa maana leo nashema because what? Obed is our camera guy, of course. We really appreciate the work he's doing. Shout out to Obed. One of these days we'll have him sit here with us and share his views.
We'll have him have a talk with us. Anasemanga he's camera shy.
We'll un-camera shy him. Definitely.
I don't know whether you've seen, like, the death of a university student, Mercy. She went out to party with the friends, and she apparently disappeared and was found at mortuary. Na alipatikana tu, and she wasn't, like, story yake, it was very undefined. Hakuna mtu alikuwa
anajua. They were alleging that it's an accident. The post I read had quotes on accident, that's why I put quotes. Like,
haina the storyline to how she ended up there. And she wwent out to party, that is one. Comrades.
Nimewaita
mara ngapi? Because this is not the first story. We're hearing that, you know, alienda kuparty and she disappeared, or maybe alidragiwa and stuff and now she's dead. Yeah. So we give our condolences to the family of Mercy, and as comrades PRCC, we are very sad to say that the idea of partying is not wrong, but who are you going to party with? Where are you going to party? Who have you told where you're going? You know, like that's those are the questions you're supposed to be asking. Partying is not bad. Like you have to party at some point. Lazima, like at this age, at this moment, we have to explore that side of ourselves. We have to go party. But I usually say, this is also something that I usually do. When I'm going out, I usually tell my best friend, I am sharing my location, and I'm also telling you where I'm going, with who. I'm giving you the contacts of the people that I'm going with. So if at this time I will not be home, or maybe at this time I will not have called you, self-care about the things you want to like even engage yourself in, even the choices you're making with the people you're going out with. Do you trust them? Is this choice going to cost my life?
And are they responsible?
Are they responsible? Yeah, that's very key. Or maybe to what extent am I planning to even drink? Maybe drink responsibly. That's also something to think about.
Feel like when you're going out, personally, as someone who has, I think, who is over the going out phase of, you know, their life, I think that okay, it's a phase, yes. And also, when you're going through this phase, you need to be really careful because, as Nancy said, you're going out. Who are you going out with? If you're planning to go and drink, are the people around you responsible enough to know that if this one is drunk, we have to get home. We have to make sure she's okay.
Yeah,
she's safe. Or are the people around you those kind of friends who will see you drink a lot and just look at you, cause all this drama, fall on the floor, be taken away by some weird man, and they're not going to do anything? Also, I would just advise, just stay home and sleep. I've tried sleep, guys, and let me tell you, nothing ever goes wrong when you're sleeping, because nothing ever goes wrong when you're sleeping. Or if you're not sleeping, just find something else to do, because you don't always have to party. And I know partying makes you feel like you're relevant, you know, with the trends ongoing.
Yeah.
Like for our school here, Carlitos and Nini,
yeah,
Casablanca.
shout out to Carlitos and
Casablanca. Casablanca. This is not a paid ad, but shout out to them. And like, tunajua, those are the cool places. Those are where the squeezy wamehama. Carlitos is not that cool anymore. The cool people are going to Casablanca.
Oh my
the
days.
Cool people. So like, I know it seems cool right now, but one day you'll sit down and you look at it and you'll be like, okay. And I'm not being judgmental, don't get me wrong. I'm not judging anyone who finds fun in going to party and all that. But when you go out to party, we really love you guys. Okay? We really love you. So when you're going out to party,
Masha nataka kutu advice. Sisi hatutaki advice. Us will be party.
Sisi advice.
Party.
Okay, go party. I'm not advising y'all. Party.
I know people in the comment section are going to be like, Masha to advise. Don't advise us, Masha.
I'm not
I'd even put it this way. If I know
party,
I'm
but
going
be
to
safe.
Yeah,
that's
the
what
point.
That's
actually
like
the point.
It's not advice, it's just me
giving
you my view.
Masha alitoka face ya kulewa na kuvuruta huko chini. Sasa anataka pesa sisi tutoke by force, and that's impossible as we want to party.
I rebuke. Mimi atanilewa. No guys, personally, I do not drink. I do not fancy drinking. I do not fancy all of that stuff. And I don't drink, I don't do none of that. And I'm not judging anyone who does. Tunataka tu, when you go out to party and go to do all that stuff, be safe. Me siwezi mtu party and all that, because like, hey, Mimi, if I was one to party, trust me, I would be the craziest. That's why I don't do it. You see, if I was one to party, I know I would be the craziest.
Masha, umejaribu sleep, but have you tried partying peke yako kwa nyumba? Have you tried buying yourself some alcohol, drinking up to the
drinking
point
is not my cup of tea.
All right.
Drinking is not my cup of tea, guys. Drinking is not my cup of tea.
Oh my god.
Yeah, drinking is not my cup of
What's
tea,
your
guys.
cup? What's amani chai amani maji moto?
Guys, my cup of tea, guys. Let me tell you, I know this is nowhere near tea, guys, but my cup of tea, you know, nanunua indomia beef, na boil mayai moja, naikatanisha mara mbili, nakula, alafu nakaa chini, naanza kukumbuka venye maisha inaenda vizuri, nalia. Nikimaliza hivi, naeka wimbo, nakatika naruka kwa kitanda, nafanya everything, alafu nikimaliza nimechoka, najiangusha kwa kitanda, nalala. My
Well-
father is calling me at 7 p.m. Ananiuliza, umelala? Namwambia sijalala na amenichoka usingizi literally. Then my dad knows me so well. He'll be like, najua ulikuwa umelala. Oh, shout out to Mr. Toya. Yeah, I love him so. He always knows when I'm sleeping. He always knows.
Masha loves to sleep.
So much, guys.
Like
Me, the world would be ending and I'd be sleeping.
Yeah. I support sleep. Sleep is good. Sleep is important.
But party, guys, but be safe.
Yeah.
Fanya venye Nisi amesema, if you're going, kama mimi ni rafiki yako, nitumie location, niambie mwenye uko na yeye, niambie ikifika hii time, I look for you. I definitely will because I care for you and I want you to be safe.
Na kama comrades, of course, we are very sad to lose our fellow comrades due to a party, and apparently now they're missing. It's very unfortunate. So let's just party responsibly, guys,
and drink responsibly.
Yeah, and drink. Sometimes that will alternate maji na alcohol. I mean, yeah, you can just do that instead. Yeah, you can do chaser and the real deal. So just party responsibly. And I know it's a hype. Kukunywa, kulewa, kuanguka chini, so that the next morning you'll be like, nililewa nikaanguka chini. And like, try to tame yourself. Plus, we are growing, so at some point you won't have to drink evil. Kunywa tu sahi kutoke, but at some point,
I have friends who drink like kwa nyumba, like wanakutana kwa nyumba, and they drink hapo, ukianguka, ukilala, ukifanya nini, ni hapo kwa nyumba. And that's really nice of them. And they are really pretty girls. They just drink hapo.
You can do that as well. Like, there's so many ways to make yourself safe.
And respect.
Na pia respect yourself. Like, si lazima kuna kulewa extent ingine ati mpaka ujui nini.
As a lady, as a classy lady.
As a lady, as a girly girl, you're not supposed to. So, yeah. Tutoke kwa comradeship kidogo and move all the way to football. And I am so mad. Nasikia kuchuna mtu kwa masikio. Nasikia ni mabari tu.
Mabari na mangumi.
Tell me what. We talk about patriotism kila siku. We talk about integrity kila siku. Tell me why. But I'm not sitting in the seat to judge anybody. But Patrick Matasi, no. No. You were supposed to represent us in the Gabon match, but you just went there to humiliate us and tell us how we do not have loyal people, we do not have patriotic people in Kenya. Harambee Stars walijituma, the players, walijituma in that match, and apparently you were there to sell us out, and you just allowed some 2 goals defeated to Apple, and it's very unfortunate. Mabare tu sasa. I'm glad he was suspended, and serious action should be taken to these kinds of people. I'm not even sitting in that seat to judge him though, but the question to really ask is he a part of a broken system, or it's just a matter of ignorance?
I think it's just a matter of ignorance, because what was his name? Something Oliech.
Yeah, Dennis.
Oliech. He was really patriotic. He was given a chance to go and play. Was it for Qatar?
Yeah.
I think
to be a part of international. To be a part of international.
Let me tell you, Qatar would have paid him good money.
Yeah.
His life would have been great. Mimi Adi, honestly. I'm not sitting in a seat to judge anyone because if offered a good amount. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Even
side-eye,
I'm kidding. But honestly,
you've already said that.
Oliech took his patriotism seriously. He gave up the chance to make him money. And that when
you even follow his life, he did not become like someone great. But the way angekuwa
maybe Qatar. But he's so patriotic, and that's really nice.
Yeah,
we really appreciate you, Mr. Oliech, if you're watching this, if you ever get a chance to. We really appreciate you. And also, I just want to tell you that like, I know, like, most of us, if given that opportunity, this is money and this is a choice you have to make, and you need this money, I know you will make that choice. But sometimes it just doesn't have to be, that deep. Sometimes you can just choose to be patriotic and just choose, like, I'm going to do the right thing, because Anakata, the allegations, but also someone was saying there's a video.
Yeah, there's a video of him accepting.
I've not seen it. Have you?
Yes, I have.
And that's why she's so riled up. She's so angry.
I want to take him by the ears. Tunachapwa na walimu wa nini ati anakushika hivi masikio alafu that's what I want to do to Matasi and give him a piece of mind. Najua niko na mkono ndogo, but let me tell you the things they can do. Tia. Yeah. I'm so angry. Let's embrace.
And I feel like he has let down the
patriotism. Yeah. Hata kama our system is shitty, hata kama the country is not in a good place at the moment, let's just embrace patriotism. Let's embrace integrity, self-respect. Very key there. Hata walimuona mjinga. You know, when somebody comes to offer you something, he probably has seen you to be so weak. He has seen you to be weak.
Ni kitu amekuwa akifanya juu hawezi kuja kumwoffer hivyo, which brings me back to, no wonder Kenya hatufikangi mbali kwa the, you know, FIFA World Cup.
It's very sad.
We never get anywhere. And labda hata ni yeye, you know, I'm not sure. So allegedly, people online are saying that maybe it could be his fault because, like, ukiangalia hadi goals zingine huwa anawacha zipite. You are like, okay, I don't know how to play football, but hata mimi ningeshika.
Like ningeshika hata na nikiwa nimefunga macho, but he just allowed the ball. Yeah, like it's very sad. Like I said, I'm so angry with you and Mabari too, sorry. Because I can't. Me too. It's very bad. Like unawezaje allow like something, and that's why they were so angry. Uliona hiyo video yake akirushwa kutoka kwa basi to the road. Like mfanyeni kenye mnataka, suspend him, punish him. He's very bad.
That's
very
not
bad.
right.
Yeah.
And the team, like, wanajikakamua, they're doing the best.
That much, they were playing their best. They were playing their best. I know I'm not a football somebody, but they did some good work there. So yes. How you feeling so far?
Well, so far leo stories zimekuwa tu za kunikasirisha, za kuni, you know, to like make me want to punch someone or something of the sort.
You know, I'm like tulikuwa tuna stories za hasira leo. I know. And I'm like, karibu niseme reo.
Ati reo? It's in the juice. It's in the juice, guys. It's in the open and the Kenya ametuwekea kwa juice.
What have you done? Sincerely speaking. So
guys, kunanyesha, I don't know. The rain, weather huko, guys. The weather is not giving. Kunanyesha.
Yeah,
that's
so
why
maybe
our voices are kind of, because kunanyesha, and you know, we are giving you the news, the tea, so we can't like stop because of the rain. We are the unmuted.
Yeah, we are unmuted. That's
we go even with the rain.
At a boy, it will not stop us. Even nobody will bring us down.
No, baridi. We can
guys,
consider.
Kama uko karibu na area hii, you have a sweater on board.
Naona kama they will chase me.
Anyway, I don't know whether you also seen like other news. These are other news. Those ones are zilikuwa headlines. Yeah. So zilikuwa nimesema headlines. Oh my days.
Let me move it away from her kidogo because guys,
I didn't even take it and see. Oh my god. Hapana, unajua
fit before we came on.
But anyway, umeona pia Trisha nani Kali don't ameibiwa sijui anga chain ya gold.
What would you want with a chain of gold?
No, ya 8K. Masha, chain yako ni how much? Masha.
Guys, need to 50 lakini. You at least yangu haibiwi. Though I'm really sad for Trisha Kali, that's a lot of money. There was also this other influencer who got her bag stolen with, you know, I don't know, 60 how many thousand Kenyan shillings, a phone, documents and all that. What one I do, guys?
Why should you take somebody else's things? You know, I also have a story of Kuibiwa. I mean, like this phone, I had to buy it again.
And it's a funny story. It's so funny.
Give me chekele, but oh my god, I just gave out my phone. It's so sad. What's mbona wanaiba? You're just taking advantage of people's being nice to you, being people's kindness. Alafu tu unachukua vitu za mtu. Or maybe you even robbing them with violence.
Hey, me don't rob you with violence. Just please don't.
And then also something making up the headline.
Let me just
headlines. Something also making up the headlines. There's a memo in our school, Egerton University. Shout out. There's a memo in our school. Imetoa some other new rules. Watu wache kutembea kwa barabara.
Kutumia pavement.
Yeah. And the dress code is about to come.
The dress code is about to come very soon.
Wale wa crop tops sijui.
Mafashionista.
Masha,
I don't even know.
Wale wa crop tops.
I don't know if I have crop, guys. I think all my clothes are crop tops, but either way. I think though walisema zenye zina reveal stomach and okay, unaona memo imeshatoka. I saw the memo and it was just saying respect your dressing. So I think wataangalia tu like short
Ama
clothes, revealing clothes.
onyo
I
kali.
think the onyo too. I don't think it's going to be that serious. Like
have
to
you met Egerton University?
no, I mean like not that serious to the extent you wanna kataza like kuvaa, because like in the memo it was said that they know people express themselves through dressing, but they should just respect the institution. You see?
Yeah.
So just respect yourself. Sana the ladies, because I don't think the guys even have any. Ladies, I think let's just not ruin this for ourselves. Vaa tu vizuri. Like, okay, there's a way you can style that crop top. There's a way you can, you know, wear that dress that is revealing, but it's not revealing. Una get to nini tusijiharibie.
Yeah.
Then kuna also your exam, you know, malpractices.
Hizo zinakuanga bado.
Lakini sahi coming no tunaanza exam next month, which is also my birthday month, guys. Unmuted cast wamesema watanifanyia a grand party. Sasa nini
acha tu nimwache. Sawa. You know, Obed is laughing.
Obed anacheka hapo nyuma na wamenipromise watanifanyia internally, wamenipromise wajasema, lakini nilijua wataniambia.
Aliota guys.
Sasa acha niseme they will throw me a grand party. So nataka mtufikishe 1,000 followers pale TikTok so that we can go live. And I show you the grand party that they're throwing for me.
So guys, right about now we are finishing this episode, and we are so happy to have you on board again and yet again and again and again and again. We never want to end this. We never want to end the sessions we talk about. Like,
I don't want to.
Yeah, like I'm so glad talking to people. I'm so glad, like, you know, telling you guys how I feel, of course, because I'm sure so many people feel the same way. You get. So I'm so happy. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to do everything you're supposed to be doing, even on TikTok UnMuted Podcast, Instagram UnMuted Podcast, Spotify UnMuted Podcast, YouTube, of course, the main social media platform. So don't forget to do the rest.
And
you know,
tell your
you know what
friends,
I'm talking about. Yeah, spread the name.
We love
everything.
you so much.
We love you a lot. So from Nathan Yavu, I wish you an amazing weekend. Be safe, party safely, responsibly. Yeah. So bye guys.
Bye. I don't have much to say, just bye.
Mwah.